There are various tax credits that we could improve. One of them is to make permanent the recent expansions that occurred with the refundable tax credits, and those would include the earned income tax credit and the child tax credit. In addition, there's a new proposal from the president in his most recent budget to make the childless earned income tax credit bigger and available to younger workers. Currently, you need to be at least 25 years old to use the childless worker earned income tax credit, but they want to lower that age requirement to 21 years old, so that would help millions of more young adults who are trying to make their way in the workplace, and the credit itself would be expanded. The refundable tax credits are incredibly important to families, and it can't be emphasized enough how important it is to make those expansions to them permanent. They have an enormously positive effect on children. For example, it's been shown in research that children who live in families that receive the earned income tax credit, these children have higher educational attainment overall, and they also have a higher labor force participation rate. So these are incredibly important outcomes, and Hispanic children are growing as a percentage of all children in our country, and their outcomes and their well-being are important to the future of our entire country. Housing policy is another very important area of improvement that is also very important to the Hispanic community and to the wealth-building ability of this community. Some policy solutions to address retirement security include improving the Savers tax credit, which is currently very small and it is not refundable. So some of the ideas include making this more universally available, making it a refundable tax credit, and to also include a matching amount from the federal government to encourage people to save for their retirement. So that's the Savers tax credit. In addition, the retirement savings deduction itself can be restructured. Currently, 80% of the benefits of the retirement savings deduction go to 20% of the highest income earners. So we need to restructure that in a way that more moderate income people and more low income people can take advantage of this tax deduction. And one way to do that is to make it a refundable tax credit instead of only something that you can deduct from your taxes. We need to improve Social Security. We need to make sure Social Security is there for future generations, and we need to improve the adequacy of Social Security benefits. And we can do that by making sure we have adequate revenue sources for Social Security, and that includes removing the taxable payroll amount that currently stops taxing payroll when you make over $117,000 a year. If we remove that cap on earnings, that will generate much more revenue that's needed to preserve the program and to enhance benefits. The recent economic crisis that we had really hit housing values, and so that was one of the main reasons that Hispanics lost such a great percentage of their wealth. So it was really largely due to losing housing wealth, as opposed, Hispanics are not as invested in the stock market and so on, and so it's really a result of housing prices crashing recently.